sees my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Boku no mirai wa dare ni mo wakaranai.
Did I not push the... I don't think I pushed the intro button, did I? To do my little intro thing. Or it didn't work. I don't know. Did I remember to yes, I did remember to unmute. So there's that. All right. I hope... What is today? Oh, it's hump day. Wednesday. It's hump day. Days of the week are getting jammed up. This week has been so busy. Welcome in. Hopefully you guys had a nice Tuesday. Hopefully it was not too eventful as far as in your lives. Hope everything was kind of cool, kind of calm, so forth, so on, things of that nature. Before we get into the thing, it's a new month, guys. And you know what a new month means, right? It means we have some new memberships that we can give away. So let's just do that real quick, right? So Let's give away some memberships. What do you say? I
need a deck now.
There we go. Look at there.
I need a deck now.
Everybody gonna get a little dick this morning.
I need a deck
there we
now.
go. Yeah. Gives 5 more. There we go.
I need a deck now.
Let's see who all is getting them this morning. Huh?
I need a deck now.
Let's see here. We got Lucky Lures, Indra
I need
Code,
a deck now.
Kevin Z, Matter Motley, Ash Meow.
I need a deck now.
I
need a deck now.
Zero Core, Nuclear Winter.
I need a deck now.
Fairy Floss, A Persons, Mama La Llama.
I need
There
a
we
deck
go.
now.
There you go, guys. A few memberships. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Somewhere in there, I seen Zero said, "Okay, I wish I'd been slowly but surely restoring my workstation and all my software and games after a failed PCIe power cable caused all sorts of." Well, I hate to hear that, Zero. I hate to hear that. Hopefully you get that squared away. Hopefully you get all that taken care of. That stinks, man. That stinks. 100% that stinks. But anyway, so let's get into it. Work on my new coffee mug has commenced. I wish that was going to be my coffee mug. That's about the size of coffee mug I need. No cap. Some days I need more than that. I could just get like a hot tub of coffee or something, hot tub size of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Something like that would be kind of cool, I think. But anyway. All right. So let's get into this. Caroline, I think it's Konstnar. She's a YouTuber. See here, she's got about 1 million subs, a little over 1 million subs on the old YouTubers, right? She started making content about 5 years ago. As you can see, some of her early ones got like 16 million views, 2.4 millions, 1.3, 1.6, 9.6, 3. So all of her early on stuff, quite a bit of views, right? Large views. And then it kind of fell off a little bit. But still, 900, 500, 800,000 views, 600,000 views. Really, really good, right? She made stuff, was kind of sporadic. You see here it was 5 years ago. She, then looks about a year or so went by and then she made some more. So anyway, man, I got a little frog in my throat this morning. A little bit sporadic in her creation and stuff, whatever, right? And hang on here, I gotta exit out of some stuff here. Exit out. Okay, exit out. Exit. Why does it not let me do that? Okay, well, that's fine, whatever. I might do it anyway. So made some stuff 4 years ago. She was making things a bit regular. 3 years ago, she made stuff. 2 years ago, and then she disappeared. And then, okay, so her content creation, as you can tell, was kind of sporadic a little bit, whatever, right? But anyway, she put out 2 weeks ago, she put out a video. And in this video, the title of the video is "I Have an Announcement," right? And here's the video, and you can see she's got some pictures, right? And little Polaroid style graphics and stuff for the video stuff, showing she was expecting, right? So a 5-minute video. We're gonna watch part of it. Not gonna watch a whole lot of it. We'll just watch a little bit of here.
I'm ovulating and I had like a plug of blood come out and I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant.
Lord, that's obnoxiously
I'm
loud.
20 years old and I am figuring out what to do with my life. And I personally don't think I should have to choose to do anything in life. I think I should just do life. I think I should just not die and live, and that's life. But I meet so many people around me that are encouraging me to pick a thing, to be a thing. Like everyone's like committing to a bit. That's what life feels like. I'm committing to the bit of having a relationship with this woman who I don't really like. I'm committing to the bit of having this job that I don't really like. I'm committing to the bit of living in a democracy. I'm committing to this bit. I feel like it's
All right, so anyway, you see, it's kind of just like a typical, I'm gonna say 20-something vlogger, right? Where she's talking about some of the challenges that, as you start getting into adulthood, having to do the adult things, right? A job, relationships. Is this the job I want to do? Is this the career I want to do? It's just the day in and day out drudgery that is life that you start experiencing once you are post living with mom and dad. You're entering into the world. You're becoming an adult. You're having to make adult decisions. You're having to live with adult consequences of said adult decisions. Just things like that, right? For the most part, just nothing. She's announcing that she's pregnant, and so not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. She's just kind of going over, and she showed the little thing. I'm pregnant. Yeah. Right. And then about a week ago, she puts out another video, and the title of this video was "I Lost the Baby." And still very upbeat music, very, everything. Still kind of perky,
Okay, guys, I lost the baby and I don't know exactly where I put it. It has to be around here somewhere. Okay, so some of you guys are probably wondering.
So, not the most traditional way, I would say, probably to announce that, maybe a miscarriage. But that by no means is each their own, right? Each their own. I mean, when a person, a couple, a woman, go through something like this. Matter of fact, let me just kind of take it for a second. We had someone in our community not too long ago, and they shared this on their stream the other night. So I feel like I could talk a little bit about this. They lost their baby, and it's a thing, right? It's a that you go through. There's loss. I mean, there's a lot of emotions. And of course, I'm talking about Badwick and his wife. Kaylee, I think Kaylee, is that Kaylee? Badwick told that story. He told how she almost succumbed to to the blood loss and stuff. He talks about how he almost lost her, which is a very real thing. It's a horrific thing, right? When Badwick reached out to me and was telling me about it, I had so much sympathy for them, and when I hated it that young couple was going through all that, and I could not necessarily empathize with him because my wife and I never had to go through that ourselves. We were very, very blessed and lucky. A lot of young couples have to deal with tragedies like that, and it's a great loss that that a couple goes through when something like that happens. I mean, you go from being on top of the world and having this really wonderful thing that is occurring in your life, to all of a sudden you go through great loss. And I was very sympathetic, but I, like I said, but myself never having to go through something like that, I couldn't really necessarily empathize, right? And so, when I saw this video, when this video, these two videos and stuff were shared with me, and I watched this, and then this was kind of on the heels of Badwick and what happened with him and his wife. I was like, this is just fucked up. This is just 100% fucked up. What am I talking about? Well, let's get into it. What do you say, huh? What do you say? Let's get into it.
No, I am not pregnant. And I'm sure some of you are shocked. I'm sure some of you are not surprised at all. I'm sure some of you don't care. But some of you might be asking, when you're a content creator, the line between entertainment and reality is very blurred. Your audience.
So her stance is, because you're a content creator, reality and the world that you create is blurred, right? In entertainment. All right. So I do believe that there are creators that create a fictitious world, such as like what McJuggernuggets did back in the day with the Psycho Dad series, right? And remember how he ended that series where he put forth this illusion that he had shot his dad, right? Remember that? And a lot of people really truly believed that he had done that, right? Remember, it was a whole big thing back in the day. Whole big thing, even to where, some bigger creators and stuff out there like Keemstar and stuff will say, no, guys, it's not real. This is, whatever. Trying to calm the storm that was out there. People are, no, okay. So yes, creators have always kind of blurred the lines and what have you. And I think, to me anyway, there is a little bit of a difference between creating a series and telling a story, right? And then in one video, a couple of weeks, he put out all of this, and then I don't know. It just seems to me like it's just not the same, right? It's just not the same. And I think what makes this worse, and we'll get into this in a second, the reason why she did all this stuff, right, is so much worse. But let's continue watching this.
Will become very attached to an abstraction of yourself. And the odd thing is that this connection can become very personally meaningful to the viewers, whilst not being personally meaningful to the creator itself. Your attention is monetarily valuable to me. And unless you have some narcissistic tendencies, which a lot of us do, the experience of having a parasocial relationship with your audience can be very uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. When I was 15 and I first started making content, I had a lot of people threaten to rape me every day. And if you could imagine, this was not fun. And the problem with this, beyond the obvious, is that there's no meaningful way to respond to this interaction. The offender.
So now she's talking about how getting people to develop or to create a parasocial relationship with her is beneficial in a monetary way for her, right? So if she can get her viewers, right, to believe that they have a relationship, right, that they have some sort of bond, right? So if they go through or survive, quote, some terrific or horrific type of experiences, they have that bond, and so they can develop this, quote, parasocial relationship, right? So what she's saying is that what she's saying without really saying it is, I want to hook you guys. I want you guys to form this relationship with me so that I can exploit you for monetary gains. That's essentially what she's saying there. But she's sugarcoating it and she's making it so much nicer.
Has anonymity, and in some way, so do I. So I'm not treating them like a real person. They're not treating me like a real person. You're not real, and I'm not real, and none of this is real.
Okay, so she's right. It's not real. It's YouTube. It's the internet. It's not real. She's correct. The problem is, right, is there are people who are real, who do go through real experiences such as a miscarriage, right? And she's making light of it. She's using it as a means by which, and people can sit there and say, oh, well, you know, if you look at her catalog, you know, she's always been wacky and goofy and this, that, and whatever else. Okay, fair, fine, whatever, right? And I guess if her fan base is cool with that, fine on them too. If they're fine with her making up a story like this and then lying about it just so that she can, quote, deepen this parasocial bond with her so that she can therefore exploit them monetarily, good on her, I guess, good on them. To me, it's just nasty.
And yet, the effect that we have on each other is still very real. I will present myself on the internet because I want to desperately be seen and to connect to other people.
But she says she wants to present herself on the internet so she can be seen and connect to others. If it's parasocial, right? If it's not real, then how are you connecting? That seems like a contradiction to me.
A lot of you come on the internet. A lot of you will engage on the internet because you want to be seen and because you desperately want to connect to someone. I lied about being pregnant as a joke. And the joke is not that pregnancy under strenuous circumstances is funny. The joke is not that the audience was gullible enough to believe that I was pregnant. The joke is you connected to something that wasn't real. And I have become something that isn't real. We all come here to find this connection over and over again. And we don't really find it.
I understand what she's saying, right? I understand what she's saying. Yeah, I'm with you, Zero Core. But faking something as serious as a miscarriage is sick and wrong, in your opinion. Yeah. Same with faking. Exactly right. If she wanted to, again, this is all about morals and ethics, right? Her morals and ethics it was fine to do. It was cool to do. If her fan base and her fans were like, hey, you know, this is just how she is, whatever, and they're cool with it because their morals and ethics are like, hey, it's no big deal. It's not nothing. Then that's fine and cool, well, too, right? But my morals, my ethics, right, says that it wasn't, right? And so that's my criticism, right? Is that you did this thing to, quote, form this bond with people that about something that wasn't real. And her whole argument is none of this is real, right? And she's talking about how people go online every day. They go through social media. They go through Discords, the different, you know, the Snapchats, the Twitters, the whatever. And they try to form relationships with people, right? It's just not real. It's all make-believe. It's all... And she's not wrong. She is 100% not wrong. And I believe, I guess my issue, my qualm with all this is I believe there's lots of ways that she could have made her point, that she could have done this whole little whatever without faking a miscarriage and pregnancy. That's the rub for me, right? There's lots of ways that she could have, and she seems to be a very creative person. She seems to have a very creative, imagination. So why not, done something of that nature, right? But again, here's the deal. At the end of the day, if her fan base, right, if her viewership is cool with it, then I guess fine, right? But that doesn't mean that she's not subject to criticism, which is what I'm giving her. And she can disagree with my critique. She can disagree with my criticism, and that's fine too, right?
Until now, when you subscribe to my Patreon. Oh yeah, that's fucking right. This entire stunt has been an advertisement for my Patreon. I'm also announcing that I'm coming back to YouTube. Listen, I wanted to come back to YouTube and explain to everyone why I had been gone and what had happened to me in that time that made me want to come back. But some of you in my audience are pretty weird, and I don't blame any of you. You can't help being weird, but I didn't think that it would be healthy for me to expose myself like that to all of you. And that's why I decided to keep a lot of my more sensitive information behind a paywall, where I would hope some of the audience would be more intentional with how they interact with me, because now it costs money to do so. Guys,
So now she goes, hey, listen, if you really want to see the real me, and she teases it, shows her crying and whatever and having an emotional moment. If you want to see the real me, not the fake me, not the fake me that fakes pregnancies and then fakes miscarriages and all that, but if you want to see the real me, so that we can really have that parasocial relationship, join my Patreon. That's what this whole thing was. The whole faking of the pregnancy, the whole faking of the miscarriage, the whole everything, right? It's all for an advertisement to let you go, no, one, I'm coming back to YouTube, and two, that you can give me your money and support me over here on the Patreon. And that's so cool. I mean, that's so awesome. I mean, I should have, when I spurged out and when I had my little brain fart and decided to just run away and all that other shit, I should have done something like that. Instead of saying, hey guys, I'm not really fat, I'm pregnant. Yeah. And then lost a lot of weight and said, oh, it was a miscarriage. Yeah. I should have done that and started a Patreon. And you guys could have supported me. And we could have had this whole not real parasocial just thing. We could have done that. I feel like we could. Yeah, why not?
I'm back, and I'm back to making YouTube content. I'm so excited to be back. What better way to return to YouTube? What more ceremonious way to return to YouTube than by bringing back the advice videos? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not Dr. Caroline is back in the building. So if you are looking for advice...
So anyway, she continues to hype. She continues to discuss what the different, series and things like that she's going to be doing and stuff, right? And this is really fortuitous because was talking with one of my former co-hosts, Gigi, yesterday and stuff, and she shared. Let's see here. Let me find this. Let me go out here and find it. Let me just go find this. Let me just pull this up here. We'll just watch this little thing here together. Because why not? Why not? Let's just watch this real quick, and then I'll tell the story. Push the button here. Push the button here. Okay. Because this is a short, so you have to do the shorts. We have to hang on here.
I'm gonna make him regret everything he ever did. Story time. So when I was 18, I found out I was pregnant with my now 26-year-old son. Obviously, this was a very scary time in my life. I didn't know what to do. But it wasn't scary because I didn't know the baby dad, because I did. He was my boyfriend at the time. He is now still my husband. It was more scary because this was not our plan at all, and we were both really, really young. So I am not scared to admit that I was a boy mum. I was definitely obsessive. I definitely thought my son Mark could do no wrong at all. As Mark started to get older, I actually had people warn me about Mark, not necessarily in a dangerous way, but in a way of he had a particular interest, and I wouldn't listen because I thought Mark could do absolutely no wrong. So when my son was like literally about to turn 18, we had a little situation with him where he was dating someone a bit younger than him. We were unaware about this, and we basically had to get the police involved because there were images. It weren't a great time really, because Mark decided to date 40.
Okay. All of that, not real. All of that, 100% lies, right? All of it was a lie. So she shares that, she says, and she says here, so, and Gigi's whole thing is, so we're just flat out lying on the internet. And, right? And she goes, the people are just supposed to know. Right? And I was like, well, it's assumed, right? I said, unfortunately, nowadays it's assumed that when a creator is making content, right, such as that there, or the one we just watched, right, with what was this, Caroline, right, that what they do, what they're saying, right, is all lies. It's all fictitious. It's none of it's real. That's what we have to, quote, I guess, assume, that is none of it's real. Right? That anything that is put online, any type of creation and things like that, it's none of it's real. That unfortunately is getting to be the status norm, right? But it didn't used to be that way, right? Sure, there were creators who elaborated a little bit. They told a little bit of a fib here and there, right? There were people who got noted for making up fake stories or fake drama or this, that, whatever. And those people were mocked and ridiculed, right? But now it's like, it seems like, or at least it seems or appears to me, that the industry is, I don't know, it's just, it's more of it. And it's like, it's kind of assumed that when someone, is out here telling stories, that it's just stories. It's not real. And, I don't know, is it good? Is that bad? I think in some aspects it's probably all right, as long as you know from the get-go that when that creator is telling stories or is whatever, that you understand that it's all fictitious, or that it's made up, that they're LARPing or whatever you want to call it. It's just not real. I think if that's known from the get-go, and as long as I think it's tastefully done, then I think it's probably okay, to a certain degree, as long as it's known ahead. Because it's not really any different from going and watching a movie, right? And you watch a movie, all that's going on up there is fake. It's not real. People are not really shooting at each other with laser pistols or whatever. They're not really punching each other in the face or crashing through buildings and things like that. It's all make-believe. And I think, so that, and you go ahead of time, if you're going into it with ahead of time knowing that this is all not real, okay. But if the creators are really blurring the lines and they're not presenting it as not real, right? I think that's where the problem comes. At least for me anyway, that's where the problem comes. But again, each to their own. Each can do whatever they want to do, and so on and so forth, and kumbaya and praise the Lord, pass the biscuits and hand me some grits. I don't know. But it's not really. What do you guys think? You guys are the consumers, right? You guys that are consuming this content, you're the guys that tune in, of a morning to listen to me spout my nonsense about this, that, and whatever else. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that this stuff is out of pocket? Is it too exaggerated? Is it too Are we getting to a place where people constantly making up and faking and doing fictitious stuff, and to the point where you just don't believe anything anymore? Is that okay? Is that a place where we want to be? I don't know. That's a question you guys have to answer for yourselves collectively. Anyway, so not too long ago, we covered a story. Remember, we talked about a deal where there was this lawyer, right, that was suing Prime because of the plastic particulates and stuff that was in the Prime, drinks, right? The drinks that is this made by Logan and KSI, right? Remember all that? And then Logan did this little video, whatever. Well, Deserto here, I can never say it, whatever. They're saying the court documents reveal Prime is being asked to pay $5 million in damages over the Forever Chemicals lawsuit, right? And of course, this was community notice said the phrasing being asked to pay and an accompanying photo of a judge's gavel is misleading. The $5 million figure simply amount requested by the plaintiff, not the judge. Exactly. That's just what. So this is what they're, and I kind of whatever agree with this, whatever. So basically, what is happening is that this case is being ushered through the court system. It's proceeding through the court system. The lawyer that has brought this lawsuit against Prime is asking for compensation of $5 million in damages. And just because they're asking for it, by no means does that mean that, yeah, they'll get it. The judge or the jury or whatever. I don't know if this will actually be a jury. I don't know if there's actually be a jury trial or not. Whoever the deciding body is on this, right? Be it a jury or be it a judge, whatever. If it gets to that point where they actually have a trial and it's not settled out of court for some undisclosed amount of monies or whatever, because it gets to a point where it's cheaper to settle than it is to actually continue with the trial. Is yet to be determined, right? So the order for damages is just a request from the plaintiff as of writing and has not been ordered by the judge. And of course, here's a whole article on the thing or whatever. So anyway, this is kind of a little update that the lawsuit is continuing. It has not been dismissed. Like I say, will it ultimately end up where there's a trial? We don't know. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Dexerto. Well, you might be right, Zero. That may be how you have to do. Dexerto may be the way to pronounce it. Thanks. And here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. Tomorrow, I won't be doing a show tomorrow. Friday, when I'm finished putting together the show for stuff for Friday, which by the way, I've already got the main story. I just got to get this stuff we're doing here, the little filler stuff at the end of it. If there's a story in there, if we use a story about Dexerto, I probably won't remember. I probably won't remember how to say it then. So anyway, here's another story. I seen this kind of around. I don't know who this cat is, but evidently he's a TikToker, Daniel Larson. I don't do a lot with TikTok. I know that the guy is really kind of wild and crazy, and evidently he made some really threatening, I don't know, statements towards the White House. Dumb. That's dumb. You don't do that. You don't threaten government officials, Mr. Larson. If you did that, dumb, not very smart. It says, according to the filing throughout 2023, Larson willfully made threats over the phone that attempts were being made to damage or destroy several buildings with blowing up at things. And so I don't, dude, what? No way, police believes a guy that looks like, oh my gosh. Is that the same guy? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Listen, don't do that. That's not smart. Let's not do that, right? Come on, people, for crying out loud. You guys remember the craze, the NPC craze that was going on? That's on the what was it? I think it was on the, was that on the, it was on the TikToks, right? The TikTok or whatever. You know, they had they're acting like NPCs, and they had the woman on there, and they talking about eating the hot dogs, and I don't know what it was, the craze. It was what, 6 months ago, 5 months, whatever it was, 4 months ago. Everybody was doing the NPCs, and they actually showed like a whole like wall of people like on the streets, and they were doing these IRL like NPC things. Well, there was one that really got some notoriety. They called him NPC Miles Morales. Remember this cat? Well, he was doing a thing. His little thing that he does, the NPC thing or whatever. He was anyway, he was doing his thing. Someone came up, asked him.
Miles Morales.
Anyway, fan comes up, wants to take a picture with him. Yeah, everything's cool, right? You got people here doing little donations. I don't know a lot about this, so if I misspeak about some of the stuff here, as far as, because I don't do the TikToks, right? But my understanding is like these little things that are popping up, these like lightning bolts, things like that's kind of my understanding is people can spend real world IRL currency that allows them to do this, kind of like super chats here on YouTube, right? You can do a super chat or whatever, right? Anyway, I think that's kind of what that is, and so you can see people are supporting him. They're donating, giving him the quote super chats or whatever. And this fan, he's doing his thing. A fan comes up, wants to take pictures. Okay, yeah, whatever. So they're doing the thing. Everything's cool. And then all of a sudden you see how it went like this. Someone snatched his stuff, y'all. They ran off with it, right? Now, and anyway, they stole his stuff. You see here, it kind of just goes blank, right? And it says live as pause.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes.
And so
That's hilarious.
So he got it back. It looks like he got it back or whatever.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And I'm finna still go live.
Anyway, so the guy that originally came up here,
I'm finna still go live. That's hilarious. I wasn't part of that. That's hilarious.
You hear the guy say, I wasn't part of that, wasn't part of that. So somebody come up and stole his stuff, right? So anyway, he put out this statement. He says, NPC Miles Morales starts to tear up as he talks about potentially quitting after being robbed for being known on TikTok, right?
You won. As you guys know, last night, I got fucking robbed. I'm gonna try to do this in one take because I'm really angry right now. I'm really fucking angry right now. But it seems like the same type of niggas that are supposed to support you, bro, don't fucking support you, bro. It be your own fucking people, bro. Your own fucking people fucking with you, bro. Your own fucking people fucking with you, bro. And I'm really trying not to dislike certain types of people, bro. I'm really trying not to, bro. But literally, I cannot do this shit no more, bro.
I would. He's out here doing his thing, trying to make his way in the world, trying to get his, as you youngsters say, his bag, right? His money, his paycheck, his hustle. He's doing his hustle. I don't know. Maybe the guy has a full-time job he does too. I don't know. He could be working and he just does this on the side to, maybe make a little extra money, pocket money. And someone come up and stole his stuff. Right? It looks like he was able to save his camera, whatever, his streaming setup. But who knows what he had in the backpack? Maybe extra batteries, banks. The little what they call the little hot packs, whatever. Where that way they can when they can plug their phone in and it keeps it going, right? Because the battery charge on it, what have you, for the live streaming like they do, the IRL live streaming. You know, there's no telling how much money he had invested in equipment and stuff that was, I guess, in that bag or whatever. So I get it, right? I mean, you have someone come and, you know, and he's saying that his community, the people in his community, you know, come and do this to him, right? And it's got to be kind of, you know, I imagine it is heartbreaking. I don't watch this guy's content, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a right to be able to do that and do it unmolested, where he's not attacked or assaulted or stolen from, right? He should be allowed to do that. And shame on those people. Shame on those people. I hope the guy is able to find his way back. I hope he's able to, you know, to do the thing. So, because I know there were people that enjoyed his content. They enjoyed what he did. And I hope that this incident doesn't cause him to, you know, but if it does, it does. There's not a whole lot there that can be done, right? Anyway. In other news, Belle Delphine. You guys remember Belle? Beautiful Belle? Yeah. So she put out a tweet a couple of days ago. Says, since it's been a couple of years now, I can finally share the biggest L I've ever taken. Not only did I not earn any money selling her bathwater, in fact, I lost money doing it. PayPal, without any warning, closed my PayPal account and took the $90,000 that I had earned from selling my bathwater. There was nothing I could do. I tried phoning them up, and they just said, sorry, nothing we can do. I knew it would be a better news story to say that I made so much money from selling my bathwater, so I just kept this secret. Ultimately, I'm still glad I did it, since it was really funny. It was a really fun time on the internet when it happened, and I still did mail out I still did mail out all the bathwater people bought from me, which I did all by myself. A little, you know, proud of herself emoji, whatever. So fuck PayPal, I guess. And so she puts a picture here where she had the bathwater, right, where she was selling the bathwater. And then she shows a thing here where we have no post address on file, PayPal fee, net amount, and they took $90,000 and the account, they close it out, whatever, right? So she goes on and she continues. She says, I apparently broke one of their TOS, and each time you break a TOS, you receive a $2,500 penalty. Wow. So each payment of bathwater that went through was a break of the TOS, which resulted in $2,500 a negative $2,500 every time without me realizing. They wouldn't tell me which PayPal rule I broke, and they wouldn't give me any more information because of security risk. So I don't know if it's because they didn't allow sex workers to use their platform, or if they had a specific issue with me selling bathwater. Regardless, not even knowing felt shit. So, anyway, so I don't know. That's kind of wild. I don't know if this is real. I don't know. But it seems, I mean, I know there were people that were buying the bathwater. It was a whole big thing. It was crazy back then with all that was going on, right? So, anyway, man, yeah. According to Belle Delphine, she took a big L because PayPal yanked all the money for the bathwater deal. Oh, man. So this next story, this came across my feed. Hang on, let me do something here. This guy, let's do this here like this. So this guy here is named Roth Review. He has 296 subscribers. And I know I don't normally do this anymore, but this guy really his whole premise is he goes around to different coffee manufacturers, companies like White Castle or Love's Truck Stop here, right? Fretboard coffee. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a quote coffee place, right? Like one of these little coffee shops, boutique coffee shops, or like a chain coffee, like say Starbucks or things like that. It could be like a fast food restaurant, like well here's with White Castle. It could be an actual roasting brewing company, right? Like Brew Roast here in Kansas City, Missouri. Anyway, he goes and he does review coffee. Now, the video that I watched and was recommended to me, right, was this one right here where he does the, hang on here, let me get this off here, put this up here. I want this up, okay. Where he does the one for Waffle House. Now, I have no idea why a Waffle House or a subject video with coffee would be recommended to me by YouTube. It befuddles me on how that could even be a thing. But it was, and YouTube recommended me. It's that, you know what it is? It's that black magic that is the internet. Anyway, so this video was recommended to me, right? And what he does is he goes in and he gets him a cup of Joe, and he drinks it and he reviews it, and he gives it a scale, right, from 1 to 100, and he gives it a review, right? And you can see here he goes, it's a 0 to 100 scale. The medium score is about 64. The highest he's given is like an 83, and the lowest he's given is a 19. And so the average of that, right, or the average score of all the ones he's given so far has been about a 64. So let's watch just a little bit of this video.
I'm excited to be here at Waffle House, a national treasure.
Okay, right there. When I started watching this and he said a national treasure, I was like, okay, this dude is my kind of people. He acknowledges that Waffle House is a national treasure.
In 1950s Georgia, there's over 1,900 locations, and they're known for being open 24 hours a day. They serve a lot of Southern food and are mostly in the Midwest and South.
So I'm like, okay, so now this guy, not only is he going to review coffee, he calls Waffle House a national treasure, but he gives a little historical data, gives some little tidbits, things like that. I'm like, okay, I like this. I like where this guy's going. I like what he's doing. You know.
Smell it. Smells like chestnuts. A fun fact, the owner realized that waffles were a high profit margin product, so he decided to name it Waffle House so people would order waffles. Let's taste it. It's kind of a very minor hints of orange and milk chocolate. One more taste here. It's kind of like a tequila flavor. Interesting.
Well, of course it's tequila. It's Waffle House. Do you think we get those Waffle House brawls just because a little bit of chestnut and orange? No, we got to have the tequila in the coffee. We got to give them that little resurgence to get them on that next level so we can have those brawls.
Enough. Now, one of my favorite facts about Waffle House is there's something called the Waffle House Index, and FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, uses it to ascertain whether or not a natural disaster is really bad or not.
See, this guy's just full of fun knowledge about Waffle House. This guy, look, I immediately subscribed to this dude's channel. I've got to go back and watch some of his previous catalog or whatever, right? But when I sat there, I was like, okay, a minute in, and he's touting all this knowledge, right, about Waffle House. He's rating their coffee. He gives me that review bra. Remember, you know the guy, the review bra that does all the reviews of fast foods and stuff? He kind of has that vibe. He's just a little bit more blue collary because he's not wearing like the little fancy 1950s suits and stuff like review bra does. And I was like, how's this not a win? How is this guy not a win?
Waffle House is closed, then they know the natural disaster is really bad. One more taste here. Now, this is a pretty pleasant coffee, you know, served with food. I could see it being like enjoyable. There's nothing off-putting about this coffee. Also, not overly complex. There's one other thing I want to point out, and it's that normally I would dock a styrofoam cup, but this styrofoam cup actually has raised lettering for the Waffle House logo, and I think is one of the most beautiful cups I've ever seen for coffee.
Embossed lettering on the coffee cups. Now that's how you know it's high class, when they spend the money on their styrofoam cups, right, to give you their coffee to go, and it's embossed. Come on.
So I did quite enjoy it, even though it's styrofoam.
So what do you think, you guys, what do you think you'll give him as a rating? Do you think he's going to give it like in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, even higher, 80s?
I'm going to go with a 70 on this. I think this is the best large-scale mass market coffee. It's just really good, pleasant, and goes well with the T-bone steak if you're ever here.
This guy, listen, how do I, where's the thing here? This guy, right? Come on, guys. I don't normally do this. I used to do this all the time, but I don't do it anymore. But guys, if this seems like this is something you would enjoy, right? Hey, Kay, how you doing, hon? This guy giving coffee reviews, if this is something like that you think you probably might enjoy, him going around and just giving reviews of coffee, whatever. If this seems like something you might go show the dude a little bit of love. Subscribe to his channel. Like I said, he's almost 300 subs. Give him a little whatever. I actually, let's see here. I think I commented underneath his, I said, a man after my own heart, love Waffle House and coffee. Keep up the great job. And he replied, it says, Waffle House is loved for a reason. Quality product at a great price. Thank you, right? So cool. So cool. I was like, anyway. Oh, real quick here. I think I got enough time to squeeze this one in. You know what? We're going to go long. We're going to go long today, guys. We can't help it. I know I talk slow. We're going long. We're going long. I just, look. We're just going to have to do it. You're going to have to just bear with me here. You're just going to have to bear with me. I'm sorry. We're going long. Let me get to the thing because I got to do the things. Where's the thing? Come on. Here we go. So yesterday, okay. Let me pull the thing, get the things back up here. So yesterday, Gigi, right, tagged me in this thing by Elon Musk saying, at the risk of sounding elitist, I prefer IHOP, right? And it's just a little meme here about Denny's is just Waffle House for people who don't know how to fight. And Elon's like, well, IHOP, right? So me, I feel like, even though I'm not like the rich official sponsor or spokesperson for Waffle House, I kind of felt like Elon was throwing down a gauntlet. Right? I felt like the gauntlet was throwing down. I felt like Elon was kind of a little bit sliding the Waffle House. I mean, he wasn't like walking up to it with the glove and slapping it in the face, but I felt like, he was kind of like, kind of, And I was like, I cannot just let this slight stand. I couldn't do it. So I was like, hey. So I quote tweeted him, right? I said, when IHOP is being used as a metric Should have been by, but not my. But spelling is not one of my better attributes. FEMA, then I'll consider them. Right? I think that was I think that says it all. Right? Does it not? Possibly. But Gigi didn't stop there. So, the other day, Gigi sent me a YouTube short to react to by Goose Wayne. Remember? You remember the little guy? And his baby came to him, picked him up, and did a little squirrel. I had to watch it a couple of times because Toxic Dome was like, I think you need to watch that back. And so I watched it back. And then I started laughing. Because Gooseman, or Goose Wayne rather, is notoriously kind of, he likes to troll a little bit, right? But it's harmless. It's not something that is malicious in nature or whatever. So anyway, Gigi tweet, I made a little short out of that here, and I'll just show because you know what, it's my channel, my show. I'm gonna say. So Gigi sent this thing to me in a DM, and she says, "Riv, I want you to watch this. I want you to react to it live. I don't want you to watch it ahead of time. Can you do it?" Yeah, okay. So Gigi, I'm doing this for you.
Come here, walk.
Oh.
Hey, walk to Dada.
What?
Walk to Dada. Come here.
Oh, it's his kid's first steps? Oh, that's awesome. That's wholesome. That's awesome. Whoa, roll that back. Roll what back? That's the thing, though, Toxic. I can't roll it back. We can rewatch it. That's fine.
Come here, walk.
What did I miss? Did I miss something, Toxic? I just saw it. Back to this thing. Okay, so I'm slow, but I clued in, all right? That's the important. Let's stick with what's important here. I got clued in, right? And so Gigi, being Gigi, lover, says, just do my part to spread wholesomeness and nothing else. Shout outs to Riverter for playing along and Goose Wayne for being awesome. And then Goose Wayne, the legend that he is, says, what a great reaction from me, and does a little purple heart. And it's purple. That's important. All right. And I said, dude, you're just too cool for school. Keep doing your thing. And he comes back with the little meme of Connor eating the ice cream. And I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. That was kind of cool. So Gigi, thank you, one, for sharing the short with me originally. Right. I appreciate that. You giving me that to kind of react to and respond to. I appreciate that. And Gooseman, dude, thank you for just being cool. Right. Goose Wayne, I'm sorry, not Gooseman, Goose Wayne. Thank you for just being cool, right? And being the cool dude. And he does make some really cool content. His shorts are funny. His shorts are so funny. So, check that out if you haven't. It's pretty cool stuff. This is a little bit something, right? This is a little bit something here. It's an espresso machine, coffee machine, but it's a cat. And I know a lot of my viewers and stuff are really like cat fans. I'm not. I'm allergic to them. I don't like them because I'm allergic to them. But anyway, I just thought, I saw this. I thought, here is a blending of two worlds, right? This is a blending of two worlds. You could have your coffee thing because coffee is life. But then you could also have your kitty cat, right? So here you guys go. This exists. It's a thing that's out there. So is that AI? I don't think it's AI. Ren, it might be. I could be that dumb. Let's see. Let's just see here. Cat shaped espresso maker. Nah, see, there's things. These things exist. I think. It looks like it's real. Maybe it's. I don't know. Listen, where was I at? Why do we let's not get, listen, Ren, let's not get into the weeds. Let's not get into the weeds. We'll take it at, because the internet wouldn't, there's nothing, it's the internet, so it has to be real, right? It has to exist, right? So this was sent, this was a purple find. This was kind of cool because, well, it's Star Wars. What this was is the Ocean Star Wars table. And I've seen these companies, I don't know necessarily this company or whatever, right? But I've seen these companies where they take pieces of wood, right? And they put the two pieces of wood together, and they use that resin, right, to make like a centerpiece within the wood, right? Anyway, this is where they're taking. They had a client, a customer, that wanted them to do this. So
this table is special.
I just hope the music doesn't get me, because it's Star Wars. The music, but it's not the action. So we'll see.
It's the first time we combine Ocean and Star Wars. Our client gave us creative freedom, so we decided to do something different. Burn, baby, burn. The result is so amazing that I decided to travel to a land far, far away to take the final shots.
Now, the only thing that I'm going to say about
this
their
has to
reveal,
be the coolest office space in the galaxy.
It's cool. This is 1,000% cool. Would love to have this as like a dining room table or centerpiece, like to be able to show this off, right? The only thing that I'm going to say is that when it's kind of hard to see it in this lighting. It's in that room because the reflection of the because it has the shiny I'm stumbling over my words. This is where my speech impediment comes in, but the angle and the reflections, it kind of messes up being able to see it in its full beauty. That's the only thing that I had was a reveal of this, but it was still cool. It's very, very cool. These people that do this stuff, this company here, and there's other companies that does it as well, is so talented. And I don't even have a drop of their talent, but it's cool. Terrible. They don't make men like they used to when you invite an old timer over for dinner. All right, let's see what we got here. What? Jeez, what the? That's first rescue. You doing it? What was he doing? What? Okay, let me just explain something. Let me just put this out there. Oh, I'm an old timer. I ain't doing that. I'm not. No, that's just no. What is this? Monkey Man collecting memories to cherish for the rest of his life. Rub to get the bugs up. Where are the bugs going? On you. Do you want monkey? That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, monkeys are cool and all, but I don't know if I want 6 of them in my lap, quote, trying to rub the monkey bugs. Oh, jeez. What is this here?
今日お見せする技はこの肩越しに投げる技。これをですね、
What? Okay. I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak. I assume that's Japanese. But he's pretty handy with those 6
片手で2丁持って投げてみたいと思います。1丁でもね、結構これ難しいんですけれども、2丁同時いけるのかね、やってみたいと思います。
Okay, very talented. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
はい、できましたね。これのコツはですね、2個一気に持った状態からえいっと思いっきり失敗を恐れずに投げる。
I wish I knew what the man was saying. I wish I knew what the man, because he's very talented with handling those revolvers. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I just don't know what he was saying. So, anyway, what is this? Morning heads up. More info. What's going on there? Okay, whatever. I'll have to. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to check that here after a bit. I got some sort of warning saying I'm getting content ID claimed about something. We'll see what's. I don't know. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. Deal with it later. So, what is this here? Yeah, morning heads up. We detect your video stream. Gets whatever. Whatever. It's fair use. Quit trying to. Anyway, guys, that's it for the day. Went a little over, about 15 minutes over today. I do appreciate you hanging in there and staying there with me. Don't have anything, unless something major pops or something, there won't be a stream in the morning, but I do have a show lined up for Friday. We're going to, be talking about a story. It has everything. It's gaming, it's lawsuits, and it's a huge creator. Has all the buttons, has all the whistles. Gaming and right, and lawsuits and big mega creators. What more could you ask for? And we're going to be talking about it tomorrow or Friday morning. So, between now and then, go support those creators that you really like. Make sure you give them thumbs up on their videos. Throw the comments down below, right? Give them the thing, right? And while you're at it, maybe just right here, right here, do this right here. Do the little thing for me if you haven't done it. It's something to think about. No pressure. No pressure. But I would appreciate, a thumbs up, maybe a little scribble yourselves. But, don't forget, I've got merch. Got a merch store, ! merch. Links in the description down below the video. You can check out some of my merch. I got some really cool merch. All custom art, all original art, no AI generated stuff. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll see you Friday. Remember, guys, keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.